all that lettuce from our fish. Now, Crush is a green sea turtle. He's actually our only male sea turtle that we have here at the aquarium. And he's also one of our only teenagers. So we think he's between about 13 and 17 years old. Alright, so it looks like Crush went ahead and ate all of our lettuce. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our second course. It's more fun than salad anyway. So do any of you guys like Jell-O?
Yes.
Yeah? Don't have any favorite flavors? Strawberry, cherry. Well, that's our fish one too. You guys think you would like fish flavored Jell-O?
Fish Jell-O.
No? Well, that is exactly what this next course is. This is a fish flavored gelatin. Now, the reason that we use this is because it has all of their vitamins and minerals in there. See, we used to give our animals those vitamins by crushing them up into a paste, and then we would put that paste inside of capelin, which is a small silver fish. Well, they would eat the capelin, and then they would spit out all of the vitamins. They outsmarted us. So we went ahead and put that vitamin mixture into this Jell-O, and then we flavored it with that capelin. So as you guys can see, they really, really love this stuff. They actually have no idea that it's good for them at all. The reason that we need these extra vitamins is that all of our food that we feed our animals is restaurant quality, but it comes to us pre-frozen. So when we thought, there we go, there's Houdini. Like I said, he's our green moray eel.
Wow.
You guys get a great look at him today. Alright, so like I was saying, all of our food is restaurant quality, but it comes to us pre-frozen. So when we do thaw it, it does lose some of those nutrients. So we go ahead and put all of their extra vitamins and minerals into that Jell-O, and that's how we're making sure our animals are staying 100% healthy. Alright, so we're going to move on to our main course. This is our stingray's favorite course. They usually start to swarm our divers.
Take it down.
And this is going to be capelin. Capelin is a small silver fish from the smelt family, and we feed it to over 90% of our animals here at the Texas State Aquarium. Obviously, our stingrays really love this stuff. But we also feed it to our river otters, our sea turtles, and even our dolphins. We want to make sure that everyone in the front is sitting down on their pockets and being nice and quiet so that way everyone can hear.
Look, he's spitting out all the other stuff.
Alright, so while Zach is in there hanging out with those stingrays, do you guys think that they still have their barbs on them?
Yes.
Yes, good job, sea campers. They do have those bars. We like to leave those on for educational purposes, just to show you guys that stingrays really aren't hostile or aggressive animals by nature at all. About 95% of the time, when someone gets barbed by a stingray, it's because they kicked it or they stepped on it. As you guys can see, Zach is perfectly comfortable in there interacting with those stingrays. As long as he doesn't harm them first, then they really pose him no threat. And you guys can also see that large gray fish in front of Zach. That is Sybil. She is our scamp grouper. Now she can actually change colors to be white or have spots on her if she needs to. The scamp grouper can also change their genders if their populations need more males or females. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our fourth course, but before I tell you what it is, I have a couple of trivia questions for you guys. Are y'all ready? Yeah? Do y'all know what the largest fish in the world is?
Blue whale.
Whale shark, good job. Now, do you guys know what the largest mammal in the world is? I heard someone say it.
Blue whale.
Blue whale, good job, guys. Now, we like to mention these animals because this next course is krill. Now, krill is a small shrimp-like crustacean, and what you guys are seeing is its actual size. We haven't cut it up in any way. The blue whale is the largest animal on the planet. It's the largest animal to ever have existed. And it will survive almost entirely on this krill, just like that whale shark will. Now those blue whales will eat between 4 to 8 tons of krill every single day. That ends up being about 40 to 80 million pieces. Now to put that blue whale size into perspective, if you guys were to make a fist, that's about the size of the heart in your chest. Well, a blue whale's heart is about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle. Now also, if Zach had all of his dive gear on with his tank and everything, he could easily swim through the arteries of a blue whale. So it's incredible that something so huge can survive on something so tiny like this krill. Now what he's doing right now is called broadcast feeding. He's just going to distribute that krill all over the entire exhibit. This is how we're making sure that all of our fish, especially those little guys in the back, get something to eat. So that's how we keep them nice and full. So that's how we keep them on exhibit and not in each other's bellies.
Hit the stingray.
Now also some of our fish become territorial or aggressive. Sometimes they just don't like to leave that little place that they call home because they get nice and comfortable in there. So by broadcasting this krill, it's kind of like we deliver their food to them. Alright, so we're going to move on to our last course, which is obviously going to be dessert. And our fish love to eat peeled shrimp for dessert. And we peel their shrimp for the same reason we peel ours. They have a hard time digesting that shell on there. Now you guys might have noticed that spotted fish right there in the front with that long fanning tail. She's actually one of my favorite fish in this exhibit. She really loves this shrimp and that krill because her mouth only opens to about the width of a pencil eraser. Now that is Petunia. She is our sprawled file fish. If you guys take a look at her, you can see that she has those spots on her body. She can actually change those spots to be different sizes or shapes or different shades of black, or she can completely remove them so she just appears that tan color. So if you guys keep an eye on her right out here in front, you'll probably get to see her change colors throughout the rest of the show. It's really, really awesome. Now you guys might have also noticed those shiny silverfish all hanging out at the top. They're really skinny. Those are the look downs. So, have any of you guys seen Finding Nemo? Yeah. So remember the part where there's a big school of fish and they tell Marlin and Dory where to go to find Nemo? They make different shapes. That's kind of what these guys will do in the wild. They actually don't make really cool shapes like that. Whenever those look down see a predator coming, they'll all group in really tightly and they all know to turn at the exact same time. So that creates a bright flash off of those shiny silver scales, actually tricks the predator into thinking they're one much larger animal instead of a group of smaller fish that would be a lot easier to eat. Alright, so now that everyone is nice and full, we're going to move on to our little diver in the water fashion show for you guys. Now what he's showing you is a chainmail glove. It's made out of little interlocking rings of stainless steel and it's pretty heavy. We have all of our divers wear these under their neoprene gloves because even though some of our animals do have names, they're definitely not our pets. So if one of them was to bite our divers, they would still feel the pressure of that bite, but they wouldn't have any puncture injuries at all. So that's how we make sure our divers are entering and leaving flower gardens with the same number of fingers. Alright, so I'm going to need one volunteer who wants to play a game with Zach. How about you right there? Yeah. All you're going to do is stand up. Okay, now, he's going to put his hands on the exhibit, and I want you to put your hands right where he puts his, okay? Perfect. Now, you're going to move your hands wherever he moves his hands. Try to keep up with him. But just a little warning, our divers love to cheat at this game. Now, I want everyone else to notice the distance between their hands, even when they're both flush against the exhibit.
That's how they cheat, Hunter.
See, I told you they love to cheat. So let's give him a big round of applause. He did a fantastic job. Now we like to play this little game just to show you guys how thick this exhibit is. It's made out of a solid piece of plastic called acrylic, and it's over 4 inches thick. We use acrylic throughout the entire aquarium because it is stronger than glass, and sometimes glass will distort images, make them appear different sizes, shapes, or even colors. So by using this acrylic, we ensure that everything on the outside looks exactly the same as it does on the inside. With the exception that Zach actually has much larger muscles in real life. We have no idea why the acrylic has that effect on him. But this does bring us to the end of the Diver in the Water presentation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to come and ask. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you guys. My name is Haley. If you guys want to take a picture of Zach, he is very well trained. All you have to do is show him your camera and he will pose for you or pose with you. Our next show is going to be at 12 o'clock right outside in Dolphin Bay. It's probably really crowded, but there might be a little bit of standing room left. So you guys can go check that out. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at the Texas State Aquarium. Thanks for listening, guys.